So, since I now got all the boxes installed and everything seems to dry up quite nicely, you can still see, I think on camera it's very clear. It is still having a high humidity around here, but this is already starting to dry well. So this needs a few more days before it really hardens out. But we can already start doing all the pipe work, as we need to do a lot of pipe work to get this in place here. So the first thing to do before doing pipe work is to make the central boxes on the ceiling so that the pipe work can go somewhere. If I don't know where the pipe work is going, then it will be really hard to make pipe work. So we're gonna determine a spot for every room, and the living room definitely needs a few boxes on this ceiling and probably also one on the back ceiling. So yeah, let's just get all these installed. To do so, we're gonna use the laser again. This tool is so handy to do this kind of things, but it's really important that our ceiling is hanging on the correct height. So the laser is gonna ensure us of doing so. So we're gonna set this up on ceiling height, or at least, yeah, ceiling height, so that we know where every box has to come out exactly. And the ceiling height will be determined a lot by these boxes. I want this side to come out, to just come out. So let's see if we can install it that way. Alright, that's how it's gonna look like. So you got a central box up there, that's where the main light of the hallway is gonna hang, and then we got power lines going for the plugs. We got a power line going for the switch for that light, and also one for the toilet light. And of course we need another wire going back again into the toilet just to get the light of the toilet powered. So that's a bit of how we get all this done. So it's gonna be a whole lot of work to get all the pipe ducting in, and then I'm gonna pull some wires through, as I would like it to have some wiring and some actual lights in the house and not anymore all these battery lights. So I would really like to have some fixed power on some places, so I have a light switch. That would be really comfy if we come home, so to say it. Alright, we got a lot of electric installed. As you can see, we got a central box here. I also did the hallway, but we still need to do some masonry work there. It needs a little bit more fixing up, as we found out that part above the door is not being supported properly. So we'll have to redo that again, but better do it now than have it done after the plaster work. So yeah, also made the box here and the wiring to these and them there. So that's all going over the ceiling. That's all in. So yeah, we also got these here. So they power these two plugs. Alright, so the plugs up here. I got an issue as I cannot go down because the wall just goes down. And I got a beam right here. So I cannot get there with a pipe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out a little bit of floor so that the pipe can go here, this way, and then down. That way we can still get the cables to these plugs. And same goes for them over there. So we're gonna cut a little bit of floor away to get the pipe in. Alright, so we got the first main distribution in, which is going to here, but we need most of these pipes to go upstairs because we need for the bathroom and 3 bedrooms, and I want to also have 2 groups in the attic, so we need about 3 groups on the top floors to distribute the power, and then we have 3 empty lines where I know that 1 will be used for solar panels in the future, and there's 2 more for I don't know what, but I like to have some loose lines going up so we always have options. But I need 2 groups on the attic so that I can run a server, and even if a group would pop, then the server could still run on the second group. And having 2 lines extra would mean that we could do some things in the future as well if I need more power somewhere in the house, but that would help. Now for the bottom floor, for the kitchen, we also need power, but that's coming from the ground. So we're gonna add a second layer of pipes on top of these, going up there to the back of the toilet. And in the toilet room, we're gonna make them come down again. So I cut out this part of the wall. So on that part they will be sitting on top, and here they will sink into the wall. That way they will fall nicely behind the toilet. And from there they will go through the wall into the storage area, and we can also put them on the ground into the kitchen that way. This seems to be a nice spot to bring all the lines down, as nobody's ever gonna drill here again in the future, I hope. And that way it should all be secure, and we should have this sitting forever without ever drilling into it. Because on the other side of this wall we're gonna have a storage area, and that's also where our heat pump and all the installation is going. So I didn't want to put these there because then I risk drilling into them somewhere in the future. Well, here I know we're never gonna drill in the back wall of the toilet again once we're done here, and we can still see now where they are. So I think that's a really good solution. Right, so the moment is here. We're gonna put the installation into the storage area in the kitchen, because this part of the floor just doesn't have it yet, as we still have that step up here, and that's just because the installation still goes on top. So we're gonna add the installation in here, and then we should be good. So yeah, let's put it in. Alright, we got all the lines in under the ground, or on the installation, just whatever you want to call it. Same for the kitchen, so that's all looking good. I just wired up the roof window there as well, so we got a nice pipe running there, so that's all conform it should be. And we got a lot more pipe ducting done here, so this is coming more and more together. So we got all the LAN ports coming in, so Ethernet is all coming out there, so that's a nice spot to put one big switch there and a patch panel so that we can wire everything up. Then we got all the power going in here, and we need a few more, which is one 3-phase, and we also need a 2-phase for the cooking unit. So yeah, we still have to wire that all up, and we need a wire going outside for the heating unit because it gets an outside unit, and we need some sensors outside around the house also for the heating system, and then we should be pretty much wired up. So it's all coming together more and more. Finally, I also bought the first profiles to make ceiling, so we got some here, so I can figure out how that's gonna work, especially with the side walls, which we're also gonna build with this kind of stuff. So it's all gonna be metal stuff. So we should make a floating ceiling, which we still hang every X meters, but that way if somebody walks over the first floor, then you don't hear it here on the ground level. So I think it's gonna make a lot of sense, and it should really give a lot of calmness in the living room. Now it's late enough, so let's head home.